Good morning, gang. Hopefully everybody is doing alright this morning. I have a frog in my throat. It'll be okay. But hopefully this morning everyone's doing alright. I wanted to talk today specifically about rationality. Now, we can rationalize a lot of things. We all remember high school, or at least we all remember that one person in high school that would do something so horrible or so insane, so stupid, and then would come back and say, well, no, it's actually okay that I did this because of XYZ reason. We all knew people like that. I had a classmate who chased her boyfriend around the Agri building with a blowtorch, like with a butane torch. And like it wasn't just, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat you with, no, it was lit. It was actively lit. And they're running around the Agri room. He's trying to get away from her. She's running after him with a lit torch. Now you're probably thinking, okay, why didn't anyone do anything? Well, the Agri teacher at the time, who, as I recall, she didn't want the job, but she was given the job anyway. Her reasoning for it was, well, I don't want to get burned. I don't want to get in the middle of that and accidentally get burned. Okay. You are the teacher. It is your job to stop that. It is your job to prevent people from getting hurt, especially in your own classroom. Now, the girlfriend's reason for chasing around her boyfriend was that, well, he was talking to another girl. That other girl? And don't try to make the Alabama jokes, because that is only in Alabama. It was his cousin. He was, this is why I said don't make those Alabama jokes, because it's not like he wasn't talking to her in a hit me up kind of manner. He wasn't talking to her in a romantic sense. He was talking to her because she was his cousin. They were family. Kind of funny how that works, ain't it? They were family, and so they were having a conversation. A regular person-to-person conversation. But she didn't like that because she was a girl. That cousin of his is a girl. Get over it. That's his cousin. Are you going to get mad at him for, coming home and saying, hi, Mom, I'm home. Made it back from school, yay. Are you going to get mad at him for that too? Because she's a girl too. Goodness. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna show you that real quick. You see that little shiny thing up there? I'll try to hold it as steady as I can. See that shiny point up there? I'm pretty sure that's Noob signaling me. I don't know what he wants. I'm not sure I want to know what he wants. But he's up there. He's up there probably looking down at me. That's probably he's probably getting ready to take me out. That's the reflection off his scope. But no, why would you do that? Why would you chase somebody around because they're talking to a family member? Like, chase them around with a lit torch. What is wrong with you? Now, she was able to rationalize that as, well, he was talking to another girl, therefore I had the right to do so. Which she really didn't. Now, his rationale for running away from her was that she is a crazy, psychotic woman chasing me with a lit torch. I think I would do the same thing if I were in that situation. I think most of us would. Oh no, there's a crazy psycho chasing me with a lit butane torch. Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm getting the heck out of here. But we can rationalize that. We can rationalize ourselves into that kind of thing. We can logic ourselves into believing something or into not believing something. And that can be a dangerous game to play. Now, oh, excuse me. Now, when I say that, I know some people are going to come out and say, well, wait, isn't that how opinions are formed? Yeah, to an extent. To an extent. Here's whenever I'm saying that rationalizing yourself into believing something can be dangerous, this is what I mean by that. You have two men. They're walking down the street, at different times, separate intervals, but they're both undergoing the same thing. The first man, he walks and he looks over at the baker and, sees the baker's making bread. Oh, cool. He's, making bread. Yay. That's great. He's going to sell bread tomorrow. Yay. He just keeps walking and, kids are out and about laughing and playing. He's like, okay, cool. Kids are laughing and playing. Kids are having a grand old time. Great. Awesome. He gets home and, there's the mailman, delivering mail. Hadn't got to his house yet and he's like, oh, well, I should, probably... just kind of wait here and see if he does have anything for me, and hey, Tim, I have any mail coming in today? No, Bob, you're good, man. Go on inside. I don't have I don't have any mail for you. You're good to just leave. It's like, okay, thanks, Tim. You have a good one. And that's that. The second man going down the same street he lives right next to Bob. He's walking down the street. The baker's making bread. Oh, man. He's making that bread. He's probably going to poison the bread that he sells to me. Okay. He keeps walking along. He sees the children. The children are out playing and laughing. They're having a grand old time. Oh, those kids are probably laughing at me. They don't like me because nobody likes me. Therefore, they're laughing and, they're laughing at me. Okay, Mr. Businessman. So he keeps walking along and he gets to his house. And the mailman is, at the house. Now he's at the house right before this guy's. And he says, he looks over at the mailman and he's like, oh, I don't like that mailman. I'm pretty sure that he's going to deliver an explosive to my house and that he's going to blow me up. And he rushes inside. And meanwhile, Tim's over there. Hey, Jerry, come back. I've got mail for you. You've got 3 letters. Jerry, it's from your mom. Come back. And Jerry doesn't care. Jerry runs inside and locks the door and closes the windows. And he's, nobody likes me. Nobody's liked me since high school. Therefore, nobody likes me now. Do you see what I'm getting at here? The first guy, it's like, yeah, okay. Kids are laughing and playing. They're playing, meaning that they're probably laughing at something that one of them said. The dude's baking bread because he is a baker. Therefore, he's probably going to sell bread. And he probably wants to be making bread. Ergo, he's going to sell clean bread. And, oh, wow, it's my mailman, whose job is to deliver the mail. The second guy is like, oh, no, nobody likes me. Nobody has liked me since high school. Therefore, everybody in the world is out to get me. That makes no sense whatsoever. That makes absolutely no sense. That's insanity. It's not quite insanity, but that's like psychosis or something. You're neurotic. There's something wrong with you. Why? You look at, everybody's out to get me. No, they're not. Nobody's out to get you. Well, maybe your crazy ex-girlfriend who was chasing you around with a lit blowtorch is, but nobody else is out to get you. Jane, who's always sitting there at the, Jane is always sitting there at the thing that dispenses water into the cups. She thinks you're kind of great. She was very happy that day that you were able to fix the printer without the printer crapping itself. Bob, over in HR, he thinks you're a swell guy. He would love to go out and, get drinks with you sometime. But you're being extremely distant. Your neighbor, Bob and Mary, they're swingers, and they want you to join. It's like, dude, a lot of people like you, but you're being distant. Why? It's like with the swingers, they want you to join, but you're kind of edgy. You're just walking around, nobody likes me. I am edge god. I am the edge lord of the block. Yeah. It's like, dude, what? And you have all these people that are like, They're like, no, nobody likes me at all, ever. Well, what makes you say that? Because they said mean things to me. You know how stupid that sounds? You know how absolutely stupid that sounds? They said mean things to me. Okay? That's like walking into Walmart. And then you come out and you're like, well, there were 3 people who didn't like me, and I could tell because they was looking at me funny. Some people are just funny looking. You ever think about that? Some people's just funny looking. Just because they's funny looking and they's funny looking at you doesn't mean that they's funny looking at you. They's just funny looking, and they happens to be funny lookings at you. But they ain't funny looking, How many times can you say funny looking in a sentence? Well, no, some people just funny looking. It doesn't mean they don't like you. It doesn't mean that there's something you did to make them funny looking. Quit giving yourself that credit. I mean, unless you are that kid's parent, you're not the reason that they're funny looking. If you are either the mommy or the daddy of that kid, then yeah, you might be the reason that kid is funny looking. You might be the reason why that kid has like a 12 head instead of a 4 head. But we give ourselves way too much credit. We're walking around, oh, this person doesn't like me because of something I did. Maybe. I mean, maybe they don't like you because you poured salt in their fishbowl when they were 12, and you were both 12, and you decided, oh yeah, salt in the fishbowl because saltwater fish. No. And then you killed the goldfish. And that kid doesn't like you. The kid still hates you for killing his goldfish. Yeah, I can see that. That you definitely did. You definitely deserve to be not liked for that. But the whole this whole thing of, oh well, they don't like me because they said something I don't agree with. Are you stupid? Are you actually stupid? Nobody on God's green earth is going to agree 100% with you. If they did, that would mean that they're just you, and you're looking in the mirror. And I'm not going to go where else I was going to go with that, but that means that it's you. I mean, nobody is going to agree 100% with you. Just because, oh well, I think that person was being mean to me because they were a little short with me. Yeah, maybe they were a little short with you. Maybe they shouldn't have been as short with you as they were. But, maybe their dad just died that day. Maybe they just got off the phone call with, with a police officer. It's like, hey, just wanted to let you know your mom's been in an accident. She's okay, but she's been in an accident, and, she'll be in the hospital for 2 days, and then she'll be bedridden for 2 weeks. But after that, she'll be right back to normal. That's tough. That's really rough to hear. That's tough to hear. That is hard to sit there and listen to. But you got to sit there and listen to it, and then, you hop online and someone's like, well, I think this is right, and I think that's the only way it should be. And I tell you, yeah, no, that's stupid. Here's what I think. Oh, well, you're just being short with me. You're just being so mean to me. No, shut up. Quit crying. Just because they said something you don't like doesn't mean they don't like you. Get over yourself. Like I said, we give ourselves way too much credit. We run around, oh, people don't like me. Maybe they don't like something that you're doing. Maybe they just don't like you. But you can't control that. You can't just, everybody has to like me or else. Okay, Mr. Tyrant. Yeah, that's not how that works. You can't just be a tyrant and order people to like you. That is not how any of this works. I know y'all can't hear this, but there's somebody inside the house, and they're cooking or pouring cereal or doing something. And I don't know which one of my housemates it is, and I'm kind of scared. I've only met 1, 2, 3. I've met 3 of them. Had conversations with 3 of them. One of the guys, I was waiting to do laundry, and he comes out, and I said, howdy. And he just kind of looked at me and then walked on. Like, he was, like, looked so mad. Then he gets to his door and he turns around and he's so happy. And, oh, yeah, by the way, my name is person. It's like, okay. Thought you just didn't want to talk today, but okay. And that's fine. You know, that's completely fine. You know, it wasn't that he didn't like me. He just honestly probably misheard what I said and then registered it later, which is fine. That's great. That's perfect. Who cares? You know, okay, yeah, you misheard what I said, but you registered what was said and you fixed it. Cool, great. Or, you know, you misheard what I said, you got into your room, registered what it said, and you're like, oh, dang, well, he probably thinks I don't like him anymore. That's a little less okay. I mean, come talk to me and I'll, like, tell you no. Like, that's fine. Like, I don't care. But this whole thing of, oh, they don't like me because they didn't say hi. Maybe they didn't hear you. I remember one particular day with my sister. She'd asked me to do something for her, and so I did. And, you know, I got done with it and said, you're welcome. And I did not hear her say anything else. And said, well, she probably didn't hear me. So I said, you're welcome again. And she blew up, exploded, like blew up. There was like sister ooze on everything. She just boom, like a little mini nuke. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, okay, as she's sitting there like screaming and yelling at me in this massive explosion, just a talking head. She's like, I did say thank you. I said this. You're just so ungrateful. Okay, yeah, sure. That's the last time I'm ever doing that for you again. And it's not because, you know, it's not because, oh, well, you were mean to me, therefore. No, you are irrational. You know? I mean, the rational person would have said, yeah, I said thanks. Oh, yeah, sure, that's my bad, I didn't hear you. And that was how, that's how that conversation should have gone and ended. It should not have been, you're welcome. I hate you and I said thank you. That's not how it should have been. Someone's going to take all these sounds. This just hit me. Somebody is going to take all of these sounds that I'm making and like they're going to do something with them. And I'm afraid to find out what. And I don't know if this is going to be in or against my favor, and I'm excited to find out what's going to end up happening with all my sounds. But no, we do put too much effort into ourselves. I mean, even there, it's like, oh no, someone's gonna take all these weird sounds that I'm making, and they're gonna make like a cringe compilation. Who cares? You made I made those sounds and I put them on the internet. If I get offended because somebody took the weird sounds that I made, and I don't know, like made a cringe compilation, or like, I don't know, made a song out of it that I just, I don't know, make a country song out of it. Or something like that. Okay, I put these on the internet. Like, I recorded them in... Oh, who's this? Somebody just texted me. Oh, okay, whatever. Not an important text. Like I said, these are unedited. You get everything. You get every burp, you get everything. But, you know, it's like, oh no, someone's going to take my sounds. No, I sat here and I recorded them of my own free will, and I uploaded them to the internet. I uploaded all of my to the internet. And I did so knowing that anybody can come out and see them. If I get offended over that, I'm some kind of irrational being. Because see, there's no point in, this person doesn't like me because they said something mean. Okay? What mean thing did they say? They disagreed with me that Nicki Minaj is the greatest singer of all times. Okay. And, you know, like, is there a point to your story? It's like, they disagreed with me. They're being mean. No, they're not. They're telling you, hey, yeah, you like whatever genre Nicki Minaj does. It's like, yeah, I like country music. I like hard rock. I like death metal. You know, I like classic. You know, the classical, the long-haired classical music. Not like the 60s long-haired classical music, but like the ye old and classical music. My mind is in a fog this morning. Forgive me. Forgive me, hippies. But, like, so what? They don't like the same thing that you do. Who cares? well, they don't like what I like, and everybody's supposed to like what I like, meaning that now nobody likes what I like. What in the world kind of logic is that? Well, this person doesn't like what I like, therefore nobody does. Is that person representative of every other person on the planet? Yes, because everybody likes, I don't know, like Cher. Everybody likes Cher's music, except for me. There was an interview done with Cher a while back. Cher hates the sound of her own voice. I remember hearing that when I was like 12. And it was everybody loves Cher. This was on the news. It was everybody loves Cher, except for Cher. It's like, what? And I remember watching it. It was like, yeah, I wanted to learn how to play guitar. And so, Dad taught me how to play guitar. And so then I started doing rock and roll. And then Dad was like, oh no, I screwed up. And I hate the sound of my own voice. I'm just like, okay, cool. That's fine. You have every right to hate the sound of your own voice. I hate hearing my voices on a recording. I absolutely hate it. There are certain things about my voice that I can pick out, and I can tell you this is a linguistic error that for some reason other people don't quite see. And it pisses me off a lot. Pardon my French. But no, I mean, that's irrational to well, everybody else likes Cher because the news told me so. Therefore, there's something wrong with me because I don't like Cher. What? No. Get over yourself. I mean, there are a lot of Cher songs I like. There are some Cher songs. Shira shells, she shells by dang it, I screwed it up on the first go. But there are some Cher songs. Try to say all of that mess 3 times fast. There are some Cher songs that I don't like. A lot of them I love. A lot of them, I need to add them to a playlist and just put them on repeat till I get tired of them. But a lot of them, there are some of them I just hate. I just can't stand. And that's okay. But this whole thing of they said something mean to me, they did something I don't like, and it's, if it's something they eat puppies and I don't like that. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because I mean, who doesn't like puppies? Some people don't like puppies. Noob doesn't like puppies or dogs in general. Noob's a cat, and they kind of well, there was this one time in college that I won't go into regarding Noob and the dogs. But it's they're it's not just they eat they eat puppies that were stillborn. No, it's no, they go out and they torture the puppy and then they eat the puppy. It's I can see that being definitely a big red flag for why you don't like them. Every time that I meet this person, and I'm like, hi, they walk up to me and they punch me in the face. Yeah, I can see you not liking that person. I can 100% get why you don't want anything to do with that person. But, oh no, they tie their shoes left foot first. And? Well, they always wear their hat backwards. And? Well, their pants, on one of the legs, part of the back part is coming off, like they've been walking on it. And, come on. All that is benign stuff. That's not gonna hurt you. That's not gonna kill you. That's not gonna throw you down on the ground and stomp a mud hole into you and take your lunch money and then laugh at you as you're sitting there coughing up all kinds of stuff. That's not gonna hurt you. Get over. Look, there are all the birds. I don't know if y'all saw those. All the birds flying up there. Probably. They were small birds. You probably missed them. But there goes another one. I don't know if you can see it. But this whole mess of I don't like them and they don't like me, and I know this because they said something I disagree with, or they said something that they were slightly mean to me. Who cares that they said something that they were short with you? If it is bugging you that bad, talk to them. Let them know, hey, is everything okay? Because you're usually not that short with me, and you were kind of short with me, and I just want to make sure everything's okay. They'll probably tell you, yeah, everything's okay. I just had a little bit of a, I don't know, like I had a family issue, this past week. That's fine. Family issue. Okay, understandable. Have a great day. Oh boy. Excusez-moi. But that makes sense. That I'm sitting here learning German and trying to speak French. Entschuldigung, mein Freundes. Mein Freundin. Someone will correct me on that, and I hope they do. But it's benign stuff. It's like, well, when they put their when they put their snowshoes on, they do the left foot first. Okay. And well, I do the right foot first. Okay. They are not you. They will not ever be you. They should not be you. You are the only you that there should be. And that's not a thing. That's not a thing of, well, the world can only handle one of you, Sharon. So, no, that's a thing of, if there are multiple of you, you're not really all that unique. I mean, you're just kind of there, But quit this whole mess of, oh no, they said something mean. I don't like them. They don't like me. No, they said something mean. It probably means that realistically, you probably deserved it. You're running around drunk. And you're like, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like anything. And this person's this and this person's that. And then in there, I don't know, like you say something that's just completely uncalled for, and they tell you, hey, that is uncalled for, like drunk or not, what you just did there was uncalled for. You probably deserved that bit. But you're running around and everything's going fine, and they say something mean to you. They probably had a pretty rough day. I mean, if you're talking to them and they're just like, you know what, just F you, just go home. I don't want to mess with this anymore. They probably had a horrible day. Like, their day was probably rough enough. Well, I say it was probably, if their day was that rough, it was rough enough that, I mean, they really just need to go take some time alone. Just chill out for a minute. Get into a good headspace. Drink some tea. Some good old tea. And then come back to the conversation. But I mean, you can't help that they had a horrible day. Don't give yourself that credit. You can't help that they don't like that you put your snowshoes on left foot first. Don't give yourself, don't try to give yourself that credit. Because just because someone says something mean, and I know I'm just repeating myself, but just because someone says something mean doesn't mean they don't like you. Just because someone doesn't agree with you doesn't mean they don't like you. The reason I am repeating myself is because some of y'all need to hear this 4,000 or 5,000 times before it gets into your head. Some of y'all need to hear this, over and over on repeat. Because there's some of y'all that every single time something goes wrong, you're running around, oh no, they don't like me, oh no, this person doesn't like me. It's like, no, you tried to tell them a story while they were in the middle of moving a couch by themselves. And they're telling you, hey, hold it just for a second, hold on to it. And because they are trying to move this couch, couch that's probably 300-400 pounds, and they're doing it on them by themselves, and you're trying to tell them a story instead of, hey, set the couch down, let me help you move the couch. You see what I'm getting at there? But no, just try to think before you start screaming and yelling and doing stuff. Try to think, about well, why is this happening? Before you rush out and they don't like me. Because everything that people do, they've got a reason for it. Everything that people do, there's a reason for it. You're out in the woods, trip, break your knee. Okay, why did you trip and break your knee? because you stepped your foot right into a hole that you didn't see, and you fell down and busted your knee open. That's your reason. And then you couldn't call an ambulance or the medevac because you left all forms of communication at home, and then you had to crawl home because you couldn't call for the medevac because you left all your communication at home, and then your knee got infected and they had to cut it off because you crawled home. You get what I'm getting at? Everything's got a reason. Someone disagrees with you. Okay, why did they disagree with me? Simple answer: they have a different opinion. Someone disagreed with me, but they were extremely rude in doing so. And every single time I'm talking with them, they kind of tell me off. Every single time that I say anything, they come back. Nobody cares. Shut up. Nobody asked you, stupid. Either they just don't like you in particular, or they don't like the fact that you're not saying something that is affirming their belief, or they're just an anus. But whatever the reason is, we can't give ourselves credit for all that. That's dumb. It's like I can't give myself credit for, making the smegma candles over at Noob's Place because I don't make the smegma candles over at Noob's Place. I cannot give myself credit for a lot of things, and I don't because I can't. But that's today's rant. Try to think about things before we start screaming and yelling. Some people will not like you. There's always going to be people who will treat you like crap, who will hate you just for existing. But the vast majority of people, not going to be like that. If you are finding that every single person everywhere doesn't like you, maybe check out what the common denominator is. And then you can start figuring out, okay, the common denominator is this. The common denominator is that every single time I walk up to a person, I vomit on them and then say hello. Yeah, that they probably don't like being thrown up on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just be rational, Think about things. Well, if I don't close this video now, I'm probably going to ramble for the next hour and a half because there's a lot of you, like I said, who need to hear this over and over and over again. So just go ahead and put this video on loop. Just put it over and over and over again. And think about, sit in the corner, think about what you did. No, but just consider what I'm saying. Maybe it's not that Uncle Bob didn't like you. Maybe Uncle Bob is just Uncle Bob. Maybe that's just the way he is. Anyway, until next time, be safe, and as always, goodbye and good luck.